Lorna, wake up! Wake up! Oh, Lorna!
Whatever frightened her?
What's the matter with her?
I can't wake her up, Eddie.
Oh, good God.
She was terrified of going to sleep, and I saw her slumped over like this, so I tried to move her. Oh, Eddie, look at her.
Joanna, get a doctor, quick!
Why does she have to look so petrified? What could she have seen? She looks frightened to death.
I think she probably was.
That concludes the witness's evidence. Thank you. We come now to the medical report. It is signed by Dr. A.W. Trent, who finds that the only outward manifestations of disorder lie in the contortion of the facial muscles, for which there is no accountable cause. There is no evidence on the body that violence was inflicted on the deceased. In view of the medical history of a heart condition, the legacy of rheumatic fever in adolescence, my own opinion is that death was caused by heart failure due to vagal inhibition. My verdict, therefore, is that Lorna Veronica Stewart died from natural causes.
How could I have said anything about her dream? Dreams aren't exactly evidence, are they?
You did tell a bit of a lie.
I told the police what Lorna had told me, that she went to that guy's house to ask the way. She said he'd opened the door, scared the hell out of her, and she'd fainted. Apparently he denied even opening the door. Who's the liar?
Lorna?
You don't mean she made it all up?
Well, how can we know? Well, you didn't see this guy, did you, Cass?
Well, no, I didn't hang about. I just got her back to the car as best I could.
So we don't really know what actually happened, do we?
Never shall now, I suppose.
Oh, yes, but she wasn't lying. She saw him. Or she saw something.
Can I get you another brandy, Cass?
Oh, no, thanks.
Cass, did you know Lorna had a weak heart?
No, of course not. Oh, that guy's somehow connected, I know it.
Better ask him, then. He followed us in here. He was at the inquest.
Was he? He wasn't called to give evidence.
He's coming over.
Good.
This is probably not the time. Look, my name's Bob Cadenia. And I just wanted to say I'm terribly sorry about your friend.
Did you open the door to Lorna?
Yes.
So why did you lie to the police?
Is there anywhere I can talk to you? I've got to talk to you.
Come back to our house.
Here's the coffee.
Oh, well done. I'll give him that.
You see, I heard the knocking. I opened the door. I begged her to go away.
Why?
She wouldn't, so I slammed the door and went upstairs. There was no more knocking. I thought she'd gone. And then the next day, the police came. At first, they just asked if a girl had stopped by to ask the way to the village.
And you didn't want to get involved, so you said no.
I didn't make the connection. She hadn't said anything about asking the way. So I said no. And then they showed me your photograph. The three of you. And then they told me she was dead. That shook me.
You recognised her?
Yes.
But you'd already denied seeing her.
Oh, I'd seen her all right. Look, this may all sound crazy. I saw her in my dreams.
You dreamed about Lorna?
From the day I moved into the house. Awful, frightening dreams. Then they began to crystallize into the same nightmare. I was inside the house. There was this girl outside trying to get in. Always the same dream. The girl, I didn't see her face, walking round and round the house trying to get in, and me desperate to keep her out.
Why?
This went on night after night. Then one night I dreamed that I did open the door. And I saw her for the first time.
Who was she?
Just after I'd opened the door and seen her, I woke up in the most god-awful sweat. I was convinced that if I had the same dream again, something terrible would happen. That was the night before your friend came to the house.
Oh, Saturday.
I'd spent the morning trying to shake it off. And then there was this knocking on the door. When I opened it... God, I got the shock of my life. It was far worse than the nightmares. The girl was real. The dream was really happening. She was standing outside looking at me.
But why did you tell us she was haunting you?
She was begging to get into the house. I was frantic to get rid of her. I knew she had to go. I felt if she didn't... or something awful. I didn't know what, but I dreaded what might happen.
Something awful did happen, didn't it?
Worse than you think. That night, I dreamed what had actually happened that afternoon. That the girl had turned up again. Only this time the dream went on. I didn't slam the door. She came in. I led her up the stairs and I murdered her.
What?
That's why I went to the inquest. Time of death, cause of death, I had to find out.
But she died of heart failure.
How did you...
With an axe. Blood everywhere.
Oh, God.
There were no marks on her body.
I feel responsible. I feel in some way I must have killed her.
You never saw her again.
She was with us.
She died 10 hours after your meeting.
Yes. But she died at exactly the time I was killing her in my dream.
Her dream.
I'm sorry?
She was in your dream. You were in hers.
What are you talking about?
Oh, don't you see? You shared the same terrible dream.
That's ridiculous.
She was terrified of falling asleep because of what might happen.
So was I. The thing is, I'm still terrified.
Why?
Look, if...
I believe what you say, Cass. I think people can move in and out of other people's dreams. What scares me is that it might happen again. I could dream that I'm killing somebody else, and I don't know what to do about it.
Hello?
Hi, Cass. How are you doing?
Joanna?
Yes. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you know.
Oh, anyway, it was worse for you. In your house.
Oh, we're surviving. It's 3 months ago now.
I wonder how that poor guy's getting on. Gardenia.
I don't know. He left, you know, after that day at the inquest.
I think about him.
Listen, Eddie and I are coming up for Sue Enderby's wedding.
Oh, good. We'll meet then.
Yeah.
Where are you staying?
Well, that's just it.
Look, you can shack up here.
Oh, great. On the floor, anywhere. We don't mind.
Better yet, you two can have the big double and I'll move into the single.
Oh, super.
Great.
See you then.
See you then.
Do you remember? Yes, you do.
Oh, are you sure you don't mind turning out of your room?
Oh, then listen, I've got a better idea. You girls haven't stopped yakking all day. Why don't I have the single room, then you can talk all night?
No, honestly.
Well, in that case, I'm off to bed.
Oh, we're all going to bed. I'm quite looking forward to having the room to myself.
Please open the door. Oh, please let me come in. Oh, please let me in.
Hello, Cass.
No.
I've been waiting for you. And we both know why. Don't we?
No. 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 No.
Well, I hope that little story doesn't give you bad dreams tonight. I'm sure it won't. After all, it was only a story, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Of course it was.